panel. As you know, the Independent Electoral Commission is warming up for the forthcoming National Assembly election scheduled to take place on the 29th of March 2012. Well, before the election, the important nomination takes place on the 8th to the 10th March. It's a 3-day affair around the country. Then the campaign period from the 14th to the 27th of March 2012. Of course, 2 days of cooling off period the IEC normally observe for election, and the real day for the election is on the 29th of March. But just to give you a gist of our main topic of our discussion today is about qualification for the National Assembly member. With me to talk about this is Amadou Tal on my left. He is the Regional Electoral Officer, Kanifing. And the last but not the least is Suleiman Diouf, Director of Admin. Mr. Diouf will be briefly talking in the English language, then we will move into the local language for the benefit of our wide range of listeners who will be tuning Grts to get abreast for information relating to the forthcoming National Assembly elections. Okay, you've tabled out or got a wide range of programs before the day itself, that is 29th of March. Let's talk about the qualifications briefly for the election of National Assembly member.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Balde. You have said all things here, like we have a good number of activities before the D-Day itself, the 29th of March 2012, when each and every Gambian will come out to exercise their franchise and choose the candidate of their choice with regards to representation in the National Assembly. We're talking of nomination will be from the 8th to the 9th of, to the 10th of March 2012. Campaign period you have from the 14th to the 27th of March 2012. And then we want to inform the general public of some changes that the IEC has effected here in the electoral process with regards to polling. Here we're talking of polling starts at 7 a.m. and it closes at 6 p.m. As opposed to in the past where polling would start at 7 and then close at 4 p.m. So now we have 2 extra hours to give chance to each and every registered Gambian
from 4 to 6.
From 7 a.m. to 6 now. Yes, 6, yeah. Exactly. We have 2 extra hours to give chance to each and every registered Gambian to come out and vote. I believe this time around we will go beyond the percentage we had during the presidential elections. This time around we may talk of very close to 100%. I know Gambians are ready to come out and vote and choose their candidates who will represent them in the National Assembly. And then we're talking of counting on the spot.
Why?
Yes, it's the commission that has decided to do it this way around. I know we are, as a commission, we are progressing from stage to stage as we conduct series of elections.
And you are learning lessons, by the way. Each and every election is another step for you to improve.
Exactly. You're quite right here. So when we talk of counting on the spot, that means at each and every polling station, by the time polling closes, that is at 6 p.m., that polling station is converted to a counting center. So the presiding officer and then the party agents representing the various parties at the polling station will witness the counting, and then the results will be transported by presiding officers.
So from your explanation, it means now the counting process will be easier and faster this time around.
We are anticipating that it will be faster, and then, yeah, that is it. Saying it is easier, well, yeah, let's say it will be easier. And then what will also make it easy for us, we are calling the attention of the general public that whilst we are moving towards counting on the spot, we are not encouraging, we are appealing to the general public that after each and every voter had cast their vote, just leave the polling area. you can go at home. Results usually, as we have known, are always announced by the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission using the media, and that is the GRTs and radio and television. There, each and every candidate or Gambian will come to know the results. So there is no need for people to gather around the polling stations after knowing that at the end of polls, that is where results will be, votes will be counted. After counting, actually, the presiding officer will paste the results right there. So people, if you come from that village, if you come from that town, you can always go and know the results after our officers had done their work. Mr. Balde, so now moving to the qualification criteria.
Okay.
Here we are talking of each and every person who aspires to be a candidate for people to vote for you to represent them in the National Assembly. You have to be a Gambian. And then you must have attained the age of 21 years or above to be eligible. And then the person has to be ordinarily resident in the constituency which he or she wants to contest. Right? For a period of at least 1 year, you must have ordinarily resided there, or you would have been a citizen of that place. You might have been. Where were you born?
Fulabanta.
Fulabanta. Okay. Now I know you're not living in Fulabanta. You are residing here. But then
so
you
I'm
could,
not qualified
you could, you can, a person like
well,
you.
what do you mean by this 1 year? You mean the person must have stayed there 1 full year, or?
Yeah, not less than 1 year.
You mean the person must have stayed there for 1 year without moving anywhere or going anywhere?
That is where that's where you are residing. Okay.
But then in that case, I'm not qualified. If I'm talking
no. You must have been born there too.
Yes.
If you were born there.
Yes.
Okay. Talking of having lived there for 1 year above, wouldn't apply to you. Okay. So you were born there. You could contest. You are living here. You are residing here. You must have lived where you are living now for more than the past 5 years. I know.
Yes.
So it's more than 1 year.
Yes.
So then you can contest.
I'm also qualified.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. So that is it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So Mr. Balde, and then when we talk of the other criteria, the fourth one is you must make a deposit of $5,000